You may have noticed in the last video that within our try block of code, we were only handling one error. But what if multiple errors occur within that block of code? Well, let's head over to PyScripter and take a look. I'm in PyScripter. I'm going to open up a new script and remove the default code. I'll zoom in a little. And I'm going to reinstate the numbers list that we used in the previous video. That was 100, 50, 20, 10, and 0. And we're going to take a look at a block of code that has a 0 division error and an index error. We'll use a for loop for index in range 6, so that goes from 0 to 5. We want to print 1000 divided by the number in our numbers list at each index. So let's think about this. From 0 to 5 is going to be replaced for this index. We're going to get 100 returned, 50 returned, 20 returned, 10 returned, and 0 returned. And they're all going to be divided into 1000, which means we're going to get our 0 division error. We also have 0 to 5, so we're going to be looking outside of the available indexes for this list, which means we're also going to get an index error. I'm going to run the code as is for now. And we can see we first get our 0 division error. Let's wrap our print statement in a try, and we will also add the except, and we are accepting the 0 division error. And we will print could not divide 1000 by our number. We've caught our 0 division error, so we'll rerun our script. And we can see it handled the division by 0, but we got our index error. And all we need to do here is add in another except statement. Except the index error. And we'll add a print in here. Index at that index is out of range. Now when we rerun, we can see we get no error and the script executes to completion. We get our numbers that are divisible, and we also get could not divide 1000 by 0, and that index 5 is out of range for our list. I'm going to comment out what we have here, and let's look at an alternative way of handling multiple errors. Let's still use our for loop for index in range 6. We know this causes 2 errors when we try to print 1000 divided by each number. And we're going to accept, and we can use parentheses and put in our 2 errors. Our 0 division error and our index error. That one wrong. We can simply put in pass, or you can put in a print statement. I'll run that just to show that it handles it gracefully. That is a commentator's curse. We do have a name error there because it should be numbers. And now I'll run it. And we can see the script ran gracefully. It did not error with our 0 division error or with our index error. Comment out that, and we'll take a look at another alternative. Again, we'll use our for loop for index in range 6, and again we will try to print 1000 divided by our numbers at that index. And we will use our except statement, and we're going to say exception. This is a catch-all for all exceptions. And we will print there was an error handled. So what do you think is going to happen when I run this code? We know we get two errors. We get our zero division and we get our index error. So really we're expecting this print statement to occur twice. We run our script and we can see that's exactly what we get. We get our numbers printed to the screen and then twice that there was an error handled. So you kind of lose a bit of granularity and you might be catching exceptions that you didn't know exist. So I would recommend using the granular approach so you can identify each error individually. Just to build upon what we have done here, we can catch that exception as a variable. The most common thing to use is E. And we'll say print there was an error handled. We're going to put the format in front here. We'll change the exclamation mark to a colon and we'll put in E, but that needs to be wrapped in our curly braces for the formatting. Now when we run, we can see there was an error handled, division by 0. There was another error handled, and that was the list index out of range. In this video, we took a look at how we can handle multiple errors that occur in the same try block of code. We can call the except statement multiple times and provide the name of the error, or we can use except once and name all the errors in that one except statement. We could also use the overarching exception to catch all the errors, and we saw that we could also get the error message by using the as reserved keyword and print the error message to screen in our except block of code.